You ain't said nothing but a thing.
You know what I mean?
You could probably search on the platforms and find. I got a dubstep song I did with some guys, man.
Yeah, you
High Guys. This is what they call High Guys.
Okay.
I did a song with them. This is left field. And even in the Afro music genre that I've been diving into.
No, man, I heard some new shit you did that's been vibe. It was a vibe.
Yeah, I did some like Afro house music.
Yeah, no.
You know, so I'm
and it kind of had like an island singing auto-tune flair to it.
Absolutely.
No, I was vibing to it today. I was like, let me see what he been up to. Let me see what he got going on.
I'm on that, and you know, you just as an artist nowadays, you can't be scared to explore different genres of the music. But really, it gotta be in you though. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be. You gotta want. You gotta like. I'm the type of dude. I'll watch a boxing match and be listening to a symphony, opera. My older sister used to listen to opera to everything she do, bro. And we never understood it. We all grew up, we got the same mom, same daddies type shit. My sister, she's listening to opera. She's telling us don't watch TV while we eat. Listen to music while we eat. You should listen to music, help you digest it. She's teaching us about frequencies when we kids, but we ain't understanding that shit. But she's the only one that's not like totally music oriented. She don't care. You know, it's secular music to her and stuff like that. I respect her for that because it brings a balance. It's like we could be with the rah, the noisy, the 808s and the screechy sounds and shit, the real trap, but then there's that harmonious frequency that you need 90% more of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Do you think she played like a big influence into your music life and career?
I think she did on a, like I said, on a melodic level. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because getting into music, I'm a young dude, I'm a rapper, I'm in the streets. I feel some type of way because my dad got killed, my brother got killed at a young age. And I feel lonely, so now I'm young and thugging. I got mama issues, daddy issues. The only mama issues I got, she's not a bad mom. She gotta work, live-in jobs to take care of us, so I gotta be at home taking care of my baby sister. The only mama issues I got is just needing more of her life and wanting to provide for her, because there wasn't no dude there in the picture to provide for her. So the eagerness and the yearning to win, you know what I'm saying, is always, primarily it's like to make her proud and to take care, to give her, because she fancy. You know what I'm saying? She like good shit. It's like, damn, she got to go and do all that for herself. She's used to a certain level, and this is your mom. She didn't shy you away from good shit. Just because you ain't have it like that, or she ain't have it like that when she was by herself and your dad died and ain't no big brothers and da-da-da, that don't mean she just made you suffer from it. She still got us good clothes. No. We was straight. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. Yeah. My old girl had me straight.
I love that.
I'm not one of them niggas that gonna be like, I ain't never had no mama, no daddy. I was outside, I'm da-da-da. Nah, that's not my story.
Right.
My old girl had me, I'm Gucci. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is because I knew somebody there had my back and loved me, and she did what she could do. If I needed anything above and beyond that, boy, you better go and get it. Right. You better figure it out. So okay. But I never felt like I wasn't loved enough at home, and my mama, and I ain't had no sisters. Nigga, I had mamas, sisters. I got a good foundation, but no boy wants to grow up without a father and brothers. Especially if you had them and they were taken from you. But that don't mean the women in my life ain't did the best they could. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
They did the best they could.
So we're talking about, growing up and past experiences. You've got an amazing movie coming out that you're working on called Blue Collar. And it's about, got a sneak peek at the script. It's about three men that, got out of prison and they're bettering their life and they're facing the world and decisions. Did you relate some of that story to your own personal life or stuff that you witnessed as a kid?
I did because, as primarily as an artist, as a songwriter, I never wanted to depict a fictionary type of character. So I always implemented past experiences, things that I witnessed, and things that I've experienced personally
In your music.
in my music.
Sure.
So I feel like the transition into writing film, it should be that.
It had to be the same way.
The same way.
Okay, I love that.
So Blue Collar is actually a chapter in my life.
Okay.
The reason why it's a comedy drama is because a lot of people would have never thought this dude with this talent and all of these skills, because I have a lot of skills. I got a lot of...
No, I know you're very talented. Other people might not know that about you. But
you know me.
Right.
You've known me for quite some time.
A long time, yeah.
But I'm multifaceted. Like, I got a lot of different skills. But that blue collar life, you would have never expected Scotty Boi to be like, that's where he's gonna dock his ship. You feel what I'm saying? So it's something I had to experience in raising. I got sons, so I got to raise these men to not be so caught up in this hip hop lifestyle where they feel like, oh, my dad was this guy, he was this, and my uncle Ross, my uncle Kano, everything needs to be, they're entitled to anything. Because we had to grind to get where we were at that time and where we are now and where they are and all of this. But my personal mission is to bring normalcy to the table at my house, to teach my sons how to be men and get their hands dirty. Because I noticed that generation, these young boys, teenagers and all that, they're more like at home, the lazy, the scared to get dirt under their fingernails type. So I just want to implement that hunter mentality and that, and give them the need to be hungry. If you don't need to be hungry, you're not gonna be hungry. If you got everything, you don't need to go get nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, I do.
So though their mom, me, we'll bust our ass to go get everything they want, but at some point you gotta be like, you know what? It's toxic to be like, I just want my kids to have everything I didn't have. All right. Everything? And if you had everything, would you be as hungry as you are? Because I'm not perfect. Where I stand, I feel like I lack a certain hunger. I would have been where I was at, So I strive for perfection every day. So I don't want my kids to be like me or that state of me where I was when I conceived them. Mm-hmm. That's not my best version of me. I don't want the motherfuckers to be like that version of Scotty. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I need to show them the graduation, the evolution.
Okay.
You understand? I want to get in the mud. I want them to see me get in the mud. Right. Instead of just saying, you need to do this, you need to do that. And then they look at me, nigga, you a rapper, you toured, you been to Germany, Holland, France, Belgium, you get paid for shows, you got celebrities on your song, you in music videos. Like, nigga, what that got to do with using a screwdriver, a drill, learning, knowing how to lay tile, and if your cabinet broke, who you gonna fix it or you gonna call somebody and pay them $1,000 to do it? Mm-hmm. Like, that's the difference between me and a lot of people. I'll do this shit myself. Yeah. I'll put up the cabinet, lay the floor, I'll build the whole house.
Right. I watch YouTube for hours.
Yeah,
Right.
Thank you. And I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch a couple different tutorials. I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna do that motherfucker.
Right.
And nobody's gonna believe it's from me watching YouTube today. Is how I put all this shit together. But I want the kids to have that same. You know what I mean?
Well, I think too, as you transition doing from music to film, trying something new. And I know that you'll be hungry and successful in that venture as well. That'll be a good example for them to see what you've done.
And this is what
I know that a lot of that message too in Blue Collar probably pertains to wanting your children to understand that. Correct. As well.
And to kind of break, I don't want to say a generational curse because it's not personal. Blue Collar is more of a message. It's an infomercial.
Sure, like a community message.
It's a community message. I'm trying to break that stigma of street people that are from the streets like I considered myself at one time to be ashamed of having a job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I come from an era where it's like, oh, you going to work, man, you lame, or you soft, or you flawed, you ain't getting no money because you got a job, right? But all those guys who had a job, some crooked, some not. The 85% of them never went to jail.
Right. Well, and the consistency.
Right. And graduated, like they evolved into manager, supervisor. There was a you can look up. It's just a starting point to work for somebody. You'll end up working with somebody.
For sure.
You know, I think sometimes we get a little over ambitious, and some people have the hustler DNA. Some people have the entrepreneurial skills to get out there, invent something, cultivate something, work for themselves, create their own, and build their own team, build a following. And but I don't think that's for everybody.
No, it's not.
It's proven it's not for everybody. So I don't want to sell that dream to kids listening to all music, thinking they could go fresh off the porch, defy their parents and the laws and respect, and in a home where we're trying to show them a better route to go. You think I'm lame to these kids' standards because I'm at the crib cooking y'all dinner while your mom's at work. She gonna get off her shift. I'm gonna go to work. She gonna be there and she gonna do the same thing. Probably tuck y'all in and we gonna rotate. Y'all think we lame. She used to run the club. She used to be the manager. I was the bouncer or the shooter or the guy that came in there that was spending all the money. That's how we been. Who knows?
Right.
But my point is.
No, your kids never know.
Right. We don't want to glorify the streets. Right. Period.
No, we do what we got to do to survive.
Right.
And because of our background, some of us are willing to do more than others. You know, but both your kids and my kids don't have to do that.
They don't have to, in reality.
Right.
Blue collar, I think, is a real subtle way, without offending nobody, but still poking a little. We poking the bear a little bit, and the bear's me. It's like I'm making fun of myself. I'm making fun of my big homies and my big cuz and everybody that was like, oh, hey, you got a job, lame man. Now it's like, they poking fun at their friends that don't got a job, that's sponging off of us, that bust our ass and work so hard over these years. We got people like expecting help. And we like, man, hold on. You been around as long as we been around. How you need help? We ain't showed y'all. Nigga, cuz went to prison 6 years. Nigga, I been fucked up. I done hustled, I done stopped, I done started, I done did this, did that, I done got robbed, I done robbed, I done did this. I don't got no job verification, I can't buy no crib the way I want to, I can't flip, but it don't even matter how much money you got. If you're not incorporated, embedded in this system in a way, even a smart way. There's ways to do it where you're a victim, you fall victim to this society, and there's ways you can, what's the word? I don't want to say finesse, but
no, you have to play between the rules. You know, I remember going to
in the gray area. There's the gray area
for sure. No, if anything, you know, there's loopholes. You know, even in government, right? Like even politicians play in the gray area, right? So, I remember going down to buy a car one day, and I had $30,000 cash, and the dealership wouldn't sell it to me. And I remember driving home, and everybody I looked was driving a better car than me. And I was like, I know that motherfucker ain't smarter than me. I know he don't get no more bread than me. How he can get a car and I can't? Because I had no proof of income. I couldn't tell nobody where I got this money. I never had no job history. And then it's like, you know, that was a realization moment for me. Because it was like, I know I got more bread than all these people that I'm around. You know, just from the hustle and willing to work 20 hours and do whatever it takes. And
well, why is it harder for me to get?
But yet, because I didn't play by the rules to get it, now I can't enjoy the same thing everybody else enjoys who did play by the rules. So I had to, you know, shift gears. You know what I mean? Just like the people in blue collar, they had to learn to shift gears.
They got to learn to shift gears. And back to blue collar, man. The reason why I feel I'm so proud of the storyline, because the storyline, even though we are highlighting guys from the hood, minority group of men from the hood, from what is depicted to be the never-ending chase your tail, the hamster wheel, right? Mm-hmm. They managed to find a way out by associating themselves with a better cause, looking for better. It didn't take all of them to do it at one time. It took one out the group to lead the rest of them.
Absolutely. They have to see to believe. They got to see it.
Correct.
You know, if you don't know that world exists, then you don't know what to do to get it.
Exactly.
You know, we're so oblivious when we grow up, you know, in impoverished community that until somebody takes us to other communities and we see how other people live, and we don't know that we can have that.
Copy.
You know, and so I think too that it's not about, you know, glorifying the people. It's about glorifying the journey.
The journey that
they did, and the fact that, you know, anything worth doing takes time and takes effort and energy, man. For sure.
We have too many success stories, and to limit ourselves to sports, music, you know, and stuff like that. It's kind of like we cheating ourselves out as a minority. You know, the oppressors or per se say this is the only way the minority can get money. It's not true. So thinking outside of the box, building your new community, and really pushing through. You know what I'm saying? Sacrificing fast money for show, slow money for show money. Right. You know what I'm saying?
No, look, I mean, it took me a long time too. You know, even in investing. You know, I mean, if you're going all in.
Listen, I'm not knocking nobody hustle. Get it how you live. Make sure you got it down to a science, but remember, slow money's for show money. Especially when it consists of you not having to look over your shoulder.
Right.
In blue collar, they experience almost every type of scenario. You know what I mean? There's a lot of hidden messages. There's a lot of jewels. There's a lot of education and information in this film, but it's also extremely entertaining.
What I like about it is, you know, you have three men trying to do right, and you know, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and they come across different things in their life that make them question their journey, and should they go back to their old ways and do some of the things that they used to do, or should they push through and continue to try and do the right thing, even though they know they could fix their situation with just a couple of moves of old behavior, you know, and it's the you know, people on both sides of the shoulder whispering in your ear, which one are you listening to, right?
Right.
So,
and you know what I love about what the world is coming to now is there's more realists. We have more, how shall I say, chosen ones, people that will take the lead and guide those that are lost, point them in the right directions, because nowadays, it's not that we don't have the ability to do better. Some people don't know if that is the right move. So
right.
they're in a...
Oh, it's scary.
Yeah, it's scary. It's like, yo, should I take this L or this sacrifice? It might be considered an L to one. It's considered a building process, like a journey. Nah, this is the start of a journey. You know what type of person you have to look up to trust to say, you gonna go without food, water, love, she gonna leave you, you can't see your kids getting, but in the end, you gonna be a better man, you gonna be fit, healthy, brolic, you gonna be rich, you gonna, man, that's a heck of a leap of faith.
Well, the comfort zone is where dreams go to die.
Correct.
So in order to do something great, you got to do something hard. And that's the part where a lot of people stop trying.
Exactly. So I think blue collar explores these options, and it's like Friday. You know, everybody watched Friday from the old generation Ecstasy
across all boundaries, right?
So once a blue collar gets around like that, for those who miss the message from their parents, and they're influenced by music, television, media, there's something that's gonna pop out from the streets, from the hood. It's gonna be so colorful. It's gonna look like it's something that they're used to. Right. It's on their frequency, but then boom, a message. Oh shit! You heard that? Oh yeah. A cool dude said it, so I'm gonna follow it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
No, if you can open
there's a
just
science
people's
to it.
eyes.
We got to speak their language.
Well, the only way that you can get the message to come across is if you do it through entertainment.
Correct.
Because they're not going to go to a seminar. They're not going to listen by being forced a message that they're not ready to receive. But if you can show them that through entertainment, they might have an aha moment and you might change people's lives.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly. So thank God I had sons, man. It really calmed me down and humbled me. And then I had a daughter. The whole world shifted. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? My daughter came and I was like, oh, shit. Mm-hmm. She brought a level of sensitivity to me, a level of, it was a breath of fresh air. She humbled me in a way where now, okay, I already know I was born a warrior and I'm raising warriors. I'm raising them like me. Y'all gonna eat what I eat. Y'all gonna do what I do, but better than me. Mm-hmm. I'll beat you the fuck up if you saw. You can't do that. So this little munchkin right here, mm-hmm. You're like, the softer she gets, you're like, oh my God, oh my God. If the boys in the house is talking too loud, I'll be like, yo, chill. She feels some type of way. It's getting too loud in here. Mm-hmm. She's fragile. It makes you respect women in a sense. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying?
Yeah, just from a different way, from a different perspective. Right. Because as a man, we're so used to being a protector. We're so used to like fight for everything we need, and that
you fight, but you're fighting for self.
Right.
So now you got a woman or a daughter. In your mind, your woman gonna leave you, could betray you. Your daughter always gonna need you, always gonna love you. You're gonna keep fighting for her. Keep her. So it's like a different level. It's like you was already on beast mode. Now you freaking King Kong. But as soon as she said, Daddy, you turn into fucking David Banner from Incredible Hulk. You the little guy with the big shorts. You like looking crazy. And she be like, look, I got bit by a mosquito. Then you turn into King Kong just for the mosquito. Anything to show her
that you care,
that you fix it. And you're gonna protect her.
For sure.
So I think it's a great balance. You know what I'm saying? But I want to show her exactly what I'm showing the boys too. Mm-hmm. Do not be entitled. Don't feel entitled just because you know I'm gonna be out here and I'll die for you to make you comfortable. You know what I mean? I want you to be a hustler, just like we have the mentality, we have the knowledge. We're not just hustlers, we're innovators, trendsetters. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We are people that can help people. We're empathic. We're everything. We love. We represent love. As goonish as I may look, big 300-pound crazy dude would do all kind of crazy shit. I'm the softest motherfucker in the world.
For the right people, for sure.
For the right people.
Right.
At the right time in my life, I was the soft. At another part of my life, I was the scariest person you could look at. You couldn't even look in my eyes, man. You'd get fucking lost, bro. You'd be like, what the fuck, this guy? What's up with him? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now you look into my eyes, man. He'd be like, man, fuck, man. Let's spot some shit, but let's have a party.
Right.
He's happy, he feel good. Cause I look at my kid. When I feel crazy, I think about how many kids I got, and I think about them, and I look at them, and I'm like, the boys set me on a mission. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
How many kids do you have?
I got 4. I think about my boys, and I'm like, all right, my mission not done. I can't go to sleep. I gotta wake up. Then I think about my girl, and I'm like, oh, I need to go have a fucking picnic tomorrow. Yo, Scott, you too thuggish, man. Go have a fucking picnic with the Barbies and everything for her, yo. Go get a fucking a hot air balloon, a pink one, with her name on it. These are the shits I think about when I think about my daughter. When I think about my sons, I think about how I could make sure they don't go through what the fuck, because I went through fucking hell. I get mad when I see them following my footsteps.
And certain things, yeah, for sure.
I'm like, fuck! Nah.
It's hard because you want them to follow your footsteps on everything that's good, but not everything is bad.
Not everything is bad.
But a lot of times,
so now I'm expressing the hostility toward them. They like, he's just because he's Haitian and he's older. He's just a wild dude. Nah, man, y'all getting too much lightness, man. Y'all getting too
Miami. Look out! 3 of you out here, 3 young youths.
Oh man.
Ooh.
In the same century? Wow. But I was by myself.
Right.
These are things I prayed for, brothers and brotherhood. You know, my brother was killed when he was 13. I was 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? I kind of had them by design, bro. But I wasn't prepared for the lifestyle that I was in and the circumstances that I would face, and I made kind of bad decisions. Having them weren't the bad decisions.
No, but even though you made bad decisions, right? You have a huge reputation for hard work, and so because you've been willing to put the work in, you've been able to overcome some of those bad decisions through hard work, right? So a new artist, musically trying to break into the industry, trying to get signed. You know, other than hard work, what kind of advice would you have for them as the world evolves and as your style evolves and what your outlook is on life evolves, right? You know, the next young you is somewhere out there, right? And he trying to break into the industry.
The best version of me is the most consistent. I've been known for consistency, you know, especially on my rise to stardom, to the buzz. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It was just consistency, and I couldn't hear nobody saying, nah, that's too much, that's not enough. I couldn't hear nothing negative. Honestly, that frequency, I couldn't hear it up until a certain period of time where I cared what people think. The majority of the time, I didn't care what nobody thought. I did what I loved to do, and I did what I thought was right, was by mass production. Right. That's what I was known for.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just print up a whole bunch of this shit, make posters fly, and just go everywhere and put them up everywhere and wrap trucks and do it with no fucking record label.
Yeah, but, you know, you were out there.
That's what and it worked.
Right.
So, even though we got the internet now, we didn't have all that shit.
No, right.
Even though we got the internet now.
We had to make a noise before there was Facebook, right.
I advise artists, because what I'm seeing is a decline in the next big hit from TikTok and all that. When we do have a TikTok sensation, you hear it, Boss Man D-Lo, it goes crazy. But let's not forget what type of budget it takes to accomplish those type of numbers.
Right. No, exactly. Because, you know, a lot of people forget, not only do you have to have good music, but people put advertising money behind your project, you know, and a real number one is about $300,000. And that's if you have good material, you know, and people don't know that, you know, and what happens is they have a hit and they see it buzzing, they see it trending, they see the metrics, and then someone will come and put that money behind them.
Yeah.
But they want a piece of the action to take you there.
Yeah.
You know, that's the question. What piece are you giving up and how good is the metric? What is your click-through rate and, you know, how long can you keep them?
I got some free game to give. They're going to have to DM you to talk to me about stuff like this. This is not stuff we could do on the air.
For sure.
But I've learned a system that new artists could take advantage of, even if they had to give a piece to an investor that's going to invest their capital into your career. You invested $0, somebody coming in, invested all the money, they want to take everything. I got a strategy for you. It can still work.
No, well, that's the question is,
it can still work.
You know,
you have to.
How bad do you want it? How fast do you want it? And what are you willing to give up to get there?
Correct. Because what they're doing now is they're taking advantage of these deals and disappearing.
Right.
And they don't have an opportunity to redeem themselves.
Right.
Because the labels blackball you and blacklist you.
You burn your bridge.
Boom. So you done.
For cheap money, $100,000.
$100,000 is nothing.
You know, I mean, it's a lot to a lot of people, but it's nothing in this world.
You can blow that in studio time.
Right, especially getting billed at
in 6 months.
Especially getting billed at for studio rates.
I remember I wrote Pleasure P's. I I co-wrote Pleasure P, whole mixtape. We did a whole project together, an album. And we spent at Studio Center like $100,000. When we looked at the bill, it was like, whoa. You know, because they're like studio parties.
Right.
You doing a session, you got this writer come through, producing, some girls, some drinks, some fruit, some sandwiches, somebody hungry. I mean, we're working while all of this is going on, but we want the biggest room.
No, right.
Because we want everybody to be comfortable. Man, that biggest room it costs a grip. We spending $100,000 in a couple months. You know, these are real recording budgets in the music business.
And you know, a lot of people too, you know, they don't understand that your advance pays for that.
Right.
You know, and then a lot of times it's overinflated. Anyway, they suck up all your advance money and then they own all your masters until you can pay your advance back at the shitty rate that you fucking signed and agreed to.
So which end of this do you want to inflate the numbers?
Right.
I would want to inflate the numbers. I would want to build the whole catalog and the whole route and then come to a buyer.
Right, or have some motion, you know, because then you can demand more money.
You got leverage.
Right. So with, you know, if I can prove that I put $10,000 in and I was able to gain this many views, this many customers, this many people in this amount of time, and if I could show to a label that if they gave me $1 million that I could 10x it and duplicate the same process that I did with $10,000, they will give the money without even hearing the track.
Correct.
Because it's a music business, and that's what people don't understand. They get so focused on, you know, making an amazing song, but yeah, because without that you got nothing. But like, you know, you also need the back end of your business. Correct. You as an artist are a business. So like, you know, how are you collecting your data? How are you reaching your fans? How are you engaging them regularly so that you can sell them multiple products? How are you, you know, creating leverage for yourself to you know, grow your financial empire for your brand so that you can use that to negotiate with a label on why it needs to be $3 million or $5 million instead of $300,000, because that's a big difference.
Yeah. So. And these are very important things. So if y'all want to learn, if y'all want the master class on how to get the sign yourself, get the maximum budget to promote, produce, and distribute your music. You want all the platforms, you want the college radios and all that. Holla at DJ Redness, holla at your main man, Scotty Boi. We about to disclose the link for y'all. Y'all stay tuned to this podcast because we giving free game. It's not for the lame, it's not for the weaks.
So other people don't know, real quick, and then we'll wrap things up and head to the club, that you did a lot of audio engineering before you came in as an artist.
Yeah, that's how it started.
Yeah, and that you worked on a lot of people's projects behind the scenes, and that you never really wanted to be in the limelight for a little while.
Yeah, because, you know, I didn't know I had the opportunity to be in the limelight. Sure. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, our studio in Holland there, we had a studio, it's infamous for a lot of local celebrities, A-list celebrities coming through. The studio was only like 700 square feet, you know, size of this living room, you know what I'm saying? And I've had the pleasure of recording and you know, meeting artists like Ludacris, Lil Wayne, you know, Rick Ross, you know, big boys. And at my level in the game, in the industry, I was just doing shit because I love to do it. I was doing mixtapes and all that. And this is where we made the acquaintance with, well, I made the acquaintance with a family friend, Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? Ross came through. He just needed a spot to vibe at one night. He came through, he checked out my little spot. Kano brought him through. He was like, yeah, this is a cool spot to vibe at. What y'all got going on? I was already working on a project, and I let him hear what I got going on. He was like, yo, this is dope. He's like, yo, Kenny, you ain't telling me your cousin was... He's like, K, I know y'all boys is already, but who's this dude? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, I'm working on something right now. He wanted me to record him. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to save the session, and then I'll record you. He's like, nah. Let me hear. This is like our third session. He's like, nah, let me hear that. It was the BG and T.I. beat, right? It was a feature that T.I. did with BG back in the day. It was like 2009, 10, some shit like that. And I was fucking with that beat, and I was doing a little, you know, I was vibing. And I recorded it. And so I was playing it for him. He's like, yo, this shit fire. Hold on. Let me do a verse. I'm like, whoa, you gonna do a verse? Yeah. He's like, yeah.
Right.
Let me do a verse. Load this shit up. He went in the booth. I loaded up the session. You know what I'm saying? He already liked how I recorded him because I did 2-3 sessions prior. So he's like, you already know. I know all his settings already.
Right, okay.
So I did all that. We recorded it. And it came out dope. Then he gave me a suggestion. He was like, boy, I don't give niggas verses. You know what I'm saying? Like, this verse is like 35 bands right here. Woo, woo. If I was you, I'd figure out how to make this a single. But I'm like, nigga, this not our beat. It's an instrumental. He's like, listen, man. I said what I said. And then he left, right?
All right.
Man, I called every producer in my phone. I said, if y'all niggas don't send me a beat with this BPM tonight that go with this verse, fuck my verse. I said, fuck my verse, fuck everything that's going on.
Right, match this and I come behind it.
Match this. If y'all send me shit, don't call my phone no more.
Okay. So
don't even come to
put a timeline on them, put them to work.
Don't come to my studio no more, don't call my phone no more. Man, I got an email. I'm pacing shit all night, bro. I finally got tagged. Tag, boom, I lined it up. Then I took some ad-libs and made a hook.
Oh, that's that.
And made a hit. Played that shit for Dawg the next day. He's like, ooh, this shit fire. I was like, nah, I got CDs too. He said, I recorded shit last night, bro. How you got CDs, bro? I promise you.
No, right, I know it is.
Bro, you come to my studio, I got towers like air fryers and my shit.
Yeah, I used to have them
CD burner top. Remember them shits back then?
I used to have them Primero Bravos. Used to pick it up, move it over, pick it up, move it over.
See how many cabinets y'all got? That's how much CD burner towers like.
Right.
So I'm
there was money in that.
You feel me? And I'm doing my own CD covers on my printer. Next day I went and bought posters. Then I come to Fat Boy crib. Let me be realistic. Not the very next day, the day after. I got the whole packet. Posters, CDs, stickers, the new song mixed, mastered with the new beat, hook, and a new verse.
That's that.
Dawg said, man, what the fuck? Nah, this nigga retarded. This nigga's crazy.
That's great.
He said, listen, call Candy. I'm gonna call this nigga. Papa Sprint. You remember Papa Sprint? Mm-hmm. Man, we done call everybody this. Call Lex. Call this. I'm you know, nothing was free back then either.
Right.
I'm on the back end, on the corporate end. Mm-hmm. I got the record hot. Then he said, you MMG, fuck this shit. I got the record hot. I broke bread. I did everything he told me to do.
Well, no, but he saw the work.
Right. He saw the work.
Sure.
Everybody saw the work.
Right.
You saw the work.
No, right. Everybody still see the work.
You still see the work.
Always.
You feel me? And that's how it all started. And it never stopped from there. Because I always was that one. I was that one that I just do the most. You know
so what DAW system do you use the most as an engineer?
Pro Tools.
And did you use Pro Tools back then? Mm-hmm. So you've been Pro Tools pretty much forever? Because
low key, I never went to no engineering school. I ain't know how to use the shit, bro.
Just trial and error.
The reason why I know how to use Pro Tools, shout out to Benny Blanco, Nordic Track. That's the first person to ever record my vocals since I was 16 years old, bro. 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? Dawg used to record us in his patio. And then he got a job and, you know, he's a distinguished gentleman now. He got kids, a family. And he like, yo, but I still believe in my little nigga. I moved to Miramar. Dawg still live in Broward, like way in North Lauderdale, Coast Spring. Dawg said, where you moved at? I said, I'm in this area. Dawg called me one day, hey man, pull up. I said, where you at, fool? He's like, I'm at your studio. I said, what you talking about, man? I said, I got a little what they call it? A storage unit for your studio. You could, bro, I can't record you though, bro. Not every day. Here's your schedule. where I can come. And then you'll send me the session. We started like that. Then it's like, I'm recording so much, I'm calling dog like, bro, Scotty, I can't. Man, teach me how to do this shit, man. I'm like, teach me how to do. So he taught me how to record. Cause I overdo every fucking thing.
No, yeah, right. No, he only had too much time to give.
Exactly.
And
so
the
he's
only
like,
way for you to have more time was to do it yourself.
But one thing about this guy, man, I still know him to this day. It's one of my best friends, right? Benny Blanco. He said he seen something in me. You feel me? He tolerated all my bullshit. I wasn't the easiest person to deal with. I think I felt entitled. Once he said, "You're him," I was like, "Oh, so you know?" Oh, so you know.
Oh, you finally figured it out.
You figured it out, so you're not gonna sleep on me.
Right.
But even when I had my lows, he was like, "Nah, you him, bro. Stop acting like you not him." So he's that one person that no matter what, he made sure I was straight on that tip. Like,
so what's the first things that he showed you? The first crash course. What did he say was the most important thing to you to learn? Right? You created new tracks. Levels. Okay.
Yeah.
So a new engineer. That's what you want him to focus on.
The new engineers. I need you to know how your mic coming in. I need you to make sure your preamp straight. You leveled. I need you to make sure inside your DAW, the mic ain't reading hot. I want to know what type of compression and preamp you're using. These are all important. If you don't have external gear, outboard gear, everything in that box, I need to make sure it's level.
So for a
there's
new
no
engineer,
distortion.
Right? So I like to tell new engineers to not do any analog gear before the DAW, because they need to learn. Because if they mess the signal flow up before it gets there, nobody can fix it.
Right. So you got to know what your DAW is dishing out. Right. But your mic is analog gear.
Right, no, for sure.
Right.
I just meant, like, obviously if I'm squashing compression,
right.
Or, if I got the EQ all tweaked out weird, there's no way for me to bring those frequencies back in Pro Tools once again.
I say on a new system, record with no plugins. Let's get it dry first. Let's see how your mic and your pre that you're using from your interface, let's see what your 48 Ross is pushing from your interface. Let's see how this sound, and then let's build from there.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Don't put salt on the food before you taste it.
Right. Let's see what it needs.
For sure.
That bitch might be salty already.
Right.
You feel me? Right. So that, to me, I think that's the best advice. Now, this game is tricky. It's the same with auto-tune. I think
there's a million different auto-tune plugins. You use Antares?
I use Antares because that's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I use Auto-Tune's Effects Pro right now.
Okay.
I think artists should, since y'all already copying rappers and artists, go see what they using.
Copy the signal flow.
Copy the signal flow.
That's funny you said that. So I just built a studio downtown Tampa, and I literally copied artist signal flow, and that's the pieces that I bought. I bought the Neve 1073.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I bought the LA2A. I bought the Manley E-Lock for another optical compression. I bought the 1176.
That's what the industry's about right now. So these artists want to have a certain signature sound. Well, you want to have that future auto-tune, you're going to have to copy that nigga chain or come close to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, because it's more relaxing to the ears for the tune to be right. If your auto-tune is off and your frequencies is off, it's kind of screeching and it's kind of uncomfortable. So even if you not even a dope artist, I need these things to be on point.
So auto-tune is tricky. I had a song not too long ago that was kicking my ass auto-tune wise. I had to send it to Gorilla Tech to fix for me.
Oh, Gorilla Tech, I'm a dog.
You know what I'm saying? So even though I do this all the time, I still couldn't get the way that somebody's voice was with the auto-tune, and I had to have somebody else do it because I had just messed with it for hours and hours. And
I know my auto-tune now. I know it now. It took
me. Do you like to hear the auto-tune in your headphone while you're doing it, or do you add it afterwards?
Nah, I need to hear it.
You need to hear it?
Yeah.
Only a couple of them do that.
I need to hear it. I gotta have both my earphones on.
With the auto-tune?
With the auto-tune.
Dialed up right?
Yeah.
While you're recording?
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm gonna find the right tune
ahead of time
before we start recording.
Okay.
I'm gonna go through this. We're gonna do this mic check for an hour.
No, that's why I laughed, because I already know what it is.
But I got to have it on point. If the auto tune ain't right,
Then the song ain't right.
then I'm not gonna be able to do my melodic shit that I want to do. So I have levels of melody. I got a level of melody where I'm using this tone, where I could just be like, yeah, we out here vibing. We that. I don't need auto tune for that.
Mm-hmm.
Once we get into the
No, I know. Don't even do it with no auto tune.
I ain't even
Don't give it to him. Because I ain't gonna spend all that time trying to fix it.
y'all ain't gonna have to do that. Y'all gotta do all
Don't do
that. Me. No, but you feel
No, I know, definitely.
So I'll know. Like once I get, if I come to somebody's studio, I see they ain't ready for what I'm trying to do. Mm-hmm. I automatically dumb it down to what I can do, because I'm not leaving without.
You don't take the ball. You don't ask the engineer to move so you can do nothing in there.
I do, but not everybody own that.
No, right. For sure.
So if I'm paying for the studio time,
for sure,
yeah, get the fuck about it.
No, it's not malicious. It's just I'm gonna do it faster anyway, because I know what I like. I know what my settings are.
Come here, Jit.
Right.
Let me show you.
Let me show you what I want. Right.
But if I'm coming to your studio, I'm coming to a session y'all pay for, and I'm a guest. Right. I'm not finna be doing
like sure. You're not gonna waste your time and right.
Because that engineer would sabotage
the song and blame you.
Yeah,
100%. They do it.
I don't even be at the house. Them boys will do their verse, and them boys will be like, "My auto tune for the." Well, your boy was here.
You're right.
Scotty came and he
changed the
settings. He was the engineer for an hour. It's his fault.
Right.
No, they do petty ass shit like that because they're not entitled to mix the song.
Right.
So I don't want to make nobody uncomfortable. You feel?
So one more quick question. Actually, we're talking about song mixes. So the whole world is AI, including song mixdowns. You know what I mean? Obviously, a seasoned engineer who knows what it's supposed to sound like is always gonna be better versus AI. Not just from an ear standpoint, but that person is normally got several people in and out of their studio where they're mixing your song, and you might have an opportunity for that person to say, "Oh, I heard this, and you should check that guy out." Not just is he your engineer to mix your project down, but he's potentially your word of mouth marketer if you're making good music. So that's my biggest thing against AI myself. What are some things you have when you're thinking about whether a young artist should try AI and he's on limited budget?
Let me tell you, bro. I've had the pleasure of working with some of the best, to date, the best engineers from when I started to now. Mm-hmm. I helped groom some of them, mixed by Source.
No, yeah, you brought him with me to the last studio session we popped up at. What a blessing.
That kid right there, man.
Super humble, amazing music.
Man, I know his mom, his dad, I know his sister, it's my brother. You know what I'm saying? It's my brother from my music family. That's my brother. That's my brother regardless. Sure. But the kid got a different type of ear, right? And he knows how to complement my ear and my sound. I don't think AI
is going to do that.
Can have the emotion that somebody got for you.
No, for sure.
No,
that's the key. You know what? That's
let's act like
thing, right?
I don't know if you know how to edit, you shoot, whatever. Let's act like you don't know him. You're filming him. You don't know his side. You don't know his vibe. Da, 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 da. You don't know me. You just come in and you film. You got a bunch of footage. Versus him expressing to you on the night where he's smoking weed or smoking a cigarette, or we driving him. Yo, I don't like this side because of my scar. I got this scar when I was a kid. But plus, I like to report my children. I feel fat when I do this. I do this when I do this. You know this motherfucker. This is your brother. No artist you're going to know as personal as this nigga, right? And then you go and edit some shit for this motherfucker. And then AI. I don't even got to tell you. AI, you know what AI going to do.
Everything the same.
So, with these individuals, even if they don't know you personally, their gift is to grab hold of your sound, your primary sound. He's never gonna mix your shit just off of what you sent him. I got this session. I got my man right here, Scotty right here. I don't know Scotty, but I hear this voice. I got this beat. I heard this song. I'm gonna mix it. He's not gonna do that.
A lot of times they'll go check out your social media. They'll ask people about you. What do you like? Let me hear some other sounds of his. And those are what good engineers do.
What do they like from this?
Right.
And then, if he's not the person that always records you, you're gonna be like, what you always do? Yo, I got a couple questions for you, man. I don't want to be annoying. This is how he is. He's a nerd. I don't want to be annoying, bro, but like, what do you say? What do you say all the time? What you do all the time? You know, like, what the fuck you talking about, boy? Mix my shit. Bro, I'm trying to cater to you, like how you get sized when you getting sized for your suit. This is what real engineers are producers because they help produce a sound. Engineering is a layman's term. I just got points on Megan Thee Stallion's album for engineering. You know, that's a layman's term, engineering. Because what I felt was, yo, I need to hear this. That's not engineering. I wasn't behind the board. I was part of the team that.
For sure. Cultivating the sound.
Correct.
For sure.
This is production. This is a level of production. I don't want to take away from the producer, but this is a level of production. Recording an artist, that's not engineering. That's vocal production. When he spit, and I say it heavier, or say this part, say it heavier, and then say this part like this, and back away from the mic, and pull away, and come back, that's vocal production. That's not engineering.
Right.
Engineering is turning on that board and opening Pro Tools. And how many tracks you need? 36, 15, 8. Opening tracks. And put it on open mic. You know how you open the session? Mic one, output, input, plug in. That's engineering. Production is, yo, I feel like you tired. You all right, big dog? Get him a shot. Somebody get him a shot. Say it like this. That's production. It's vocal production. I'm putting him as an instrument into the beat, into this composition. If he don't do this the way I see it, I feel like an instrument is missing from all of this shit. Now it's noise. Yo, you missed a pitch. You missed an octave. Your lyrics could be dope as fuck every day, all day. He's the dopest lyricist. But why? I just want him to go a tone down or a tone up. Or say this like this. We're producing vocals now. We're not engineers. It has nothing to do with engineering. Matter of fact, I need an engineer and a vocal producer. Because I don't know if he's qualified like Source.
The right to be their engineer.
To be your engineer and your vocal producer.
Well,
there's only certain people I'm going to let.
I'll let a lot of people record artists, but I won't let them all mix my artists down for sure. So
you see what I'm trying to say?
For sure.
So I might have him and him in here for him.
Yeah, no, definitely. Or at least one and then the other.
Or at least one that can do both.
Right.
But if you can't do both, if you just in here like, and if he's sleepy and I'm like this, and he's like this, we just lost 30 minutes.
No, right.
And I need to be like that. Bro, wake up. Man, give him a shot. Come on, do it like this for me. Come on, man, please. Pull through. I get paid by the hour. I should not give a fuck how long he takes. I want perfection. Because I want him to say, Scotty was in the studio with me.
And we made real
value, music, real chemistry,
right.
real.
Well, right, because and those are the engineers that don't make it, the ones that milk the time, because you can see it in the finished product.
It's a lot of studios in Florida, in the industry, period. They do that. They milk the time.
Oh no, I'm very aware. Right, and there's a lot of artists too that'll take the feature and give you some whack shit.
Oh yeah, no, you beat them up.
Right. I feel that. Scotty, man, I love it. I appreciate you letting me talk.
We're not going to talk about that. That's on another.
No, I just kept it moving. You see that? I appreciate you bringing that back around instead of me pushing right past that. You know.